Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm going to give you a channel update. So I've already made a channel update for my other channel, so if you've already watched that one, if you watch my other channel, then you probably don't need to see this one because pretty much the same rules apply to what's going on. But if you're unfamiliar with that other channel that I have and you're solely watching this one, then basically I'm just going to give you a rundown of how the channel is going to change a little bit, or basically what's going to be happening. So some of you may already know, but I'm pregnant and I'm very much in the third trimester now. So things are getting quite tough physically. And basically, my baby is due in December, right? So I don't know what the uploads are going to look like for a while. However, there are videos scheduled for December and January, so there will still be videos. But after that point, I'm not sure how things are going to go. It could be that I have a very easy baby who's very chill and it's very easy for me to be able to still upload, or it could be the opposite and I have a baby that isn't very chill, that maybe has like colic, or just needs my attention all the time, right? So just be very wary of that. I'm not sure how things will look February onwards. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to say. Secondly, I just want to talk to you a little bit about my pregnancy, because it was for the last half of my pregnancy, it's been a bit more complicated. So for those that don't know, I did actually have a miscarriage last July, which was very, very sad, traumatic, worst thing I've ever been through physically and mentally. It was really tough. Physically, because it was extremely painful, because I did miscarry naturally. And mentally, obviously, because I was grieving the loss of my child. That's why there's a rainbow, by the way, above my child's crib. It's not because some of you may know that I'm a lesbian. It's not because I'm trying to indoctrinate her to be LGBT or anything like that. It's because a rainbow, when you have a new baby, basically, it symbolizes a baby after a loss. And that's what this baby is. It's a baby that is after a loss. So my baby is what is called a rainbow baby. So that's why there's a rainbow there. Not because, nothing to do with being LGBT. So this pregnancy was fine for most of it. However, things got a bit more complicated around week 20, just sort of slightly. I had a scan, and basically they said that my placenta was low-lying. So that means the placenta is basically essentially blocking the cervix, which may mean that I have to have a C-section. Now, I haven't been checked since then, so it may be the case that the placenta has moved. However, around 24 to 25 weeks, I had a gestational diabetes test to check my glucose. And basically, I do have gestational diabetes, which basically means that the placenta is not creating insulin very well. Okay. And that could mean that the placenta can deteriorate, and obviously that's not good, because that is the lifeline between my baby and life, right? Because one of the things that can happen with gestational diabetes, obviously most cases everything's fine, but in the most extreme cases, obviously babies can be stillborn and they can pass away because the placenta deteriorates. Okay, so it's very, very scary. Also, things with gestational diabetes is that my baby may be born too small or too big. Okay, so basically I may have to have my baby a lot earlier than expected. So it is very, very scary. It's very worrying time. And I do need to protect my own mental health, and I also need to protect my baby too. Luckily, I've been managing my gestational diabetes without medication, just with diet and exercise alone. So basically eating not a load of carbohydrates, avoiding things like pasta, chips, potato, basically, rice, having less of that. They do advise to have some, at least 100 grams a day, of spread out throughout the day, not at one go, of carbohydrates to keep my energy levels up. But they say not to go beyond that because it can rise my glucose levels. Okay, and basically with normal diabetes, it's the person's pancreas that is not developing enough insulin. But in this case, it's the placenta that's not developing enough insulin. Okay. So because of that, it's made me extremely responsible of what I've been saying, and obviously it makes me quite anxious when I eat food and things like that. So especially because I've had a previous loss before, but luckily I'm not on any kind of medication yet, but that could actually change the more pregnant I get. I'm currently about 31, 32 weeks. As I get more and more heavy and big, it could be that I may have to have some kind of medication too, to help keep things at a good level, keep my glucose levels at a good level. So yeah, so the pregnancy has got more complicated as it's gone on, which makes a bit of sense because I am 31, and that is, kind of getting to the later stages of when people are starting to not have as great fertility. Obviously my fertility is still pretty fine because I can still create babies pretty naturally. I had what was called a IUI procedure. I didn't have IVF. Which was a bit different, which is quite significantly different to IVF. So most people who have fertility issues go straight to IVF, which is where they put the sperm into an egg in like a petri dish, and then when there's like embryos made, then they put the embryo back into the woman. With an IUI, it's a lot less complicated. All they do is they just open up the cervix and they put sperm straight into the uterus, right? So it bypasses the vagina, goes straight into the uterus, basically. And that creates babies naturally, basically, as naturally as you can get it, essentially. So I was able to conceive through that twice, with my miscarriage, and on the fourth attempt, we had this baby. So that's basically the process that I went through, in case anyone was interested. So obviously I'm okay for my age. I can still create babies naturally, but obviously as I get older, the eggs become less good quality, and therefore they can have problems. And I do have a problem with this pregnancy, but that may be more to do with the fact that I actually have a parent who has diabetes. My dad has type 2 diabetes, so that may have affected the fact that I have gestational diabetes now. Because what pregnancy tends to do is it shows you almost like a window into the future of what your health could be like if you don't take care of yourself. Because when you're pregnant, your immune system drops. Your immune system isn't as good, and obviously you're getting very heavy and put a lot of weight on, basically, and your health does, it is sacrificed to create the baby, because obviously the baby takes from the mother as well to get all the nutrients it needs. So that's essentially what's been going on with me. So like I said, I don't know exactly what things are going to be like after the baby is born. So after February time, after my scheduled videos have all gone, basically, I don't know what's going to happen, basically. So just please keep an eye out on my channel, because there will be changes, but hopefully they will be minimal, and hopefully I can still stick to a schedule and things like that. But of course, as you will know, that I will have to put my baby first. If you'd like to help the channel out, then you can contact me by email. You can still have email coaching with me if you'd like coaching. And also it would be great if you could subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, like the videos that I already have on the channel, and rewatch some or watch some if there's some that you've missed. That'll be a great way to do that if you can't afford any coaching with me or anything like that, because you can still contact me and still get coaching with me through email. You can still do that, okay, because my emails are still going to be open for people, because I can pretty much answer emails anywhere, anytime that I want. So that's not going to affect anything. So if you are interested in that, then that is an option for you and a way that you can support me if you'd like to. But if not, then please, subscribe, please watch the videos, and that'd be great. That'd be another way you can support me if you'd like to. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.